guys, welcome to another episode of the EP3 Turbo build on Boosted Developments. Thought I'd start doing a little bit of filming. I wasn't going to bother, but I couldn't really find no information on the internet about the injector wiring. Obviously I'm putting ID 1000s on it, or 1050, sorry. And basically I just couldn't find no wiring diagram, so this might be able to help you a little bit of what I've not tested it yet, but I'm 9,000,000% sure it's right because I've traced the earths back. But yeah, I'm just fitting these today, so I'll give you a little guide on it. Alright guys, also as you can see, I fitted the new ID plugs on it. They're the old tabs up there. I'll use the old tabs actually, it's a lot easier. Right, from what I see, why is it not focusing? There we go. The black and yellow on every plug seems to be the earth, and obviously the other one was the power. So this ground is the yellow and the other colour is the power. Why is it not focusing? So yeah, that goes for all the tabs. Obviously there's another tab. There's a tab here. The one with the black stripe is the earth or the ground, and the other one is the power. So yeah, you get your idea. I've done all these ones now, and obviously I traced the earths to these, so I don't really see inside there. I can't really pull it back with one hand, but it's black and yellow. So yeah, but they're all plumbed in now and ready to get the injectors done. All I'm going to do today is get all the fuel fittings copper washed and tightened, and maybe some other little stuff buttoned up, but I'll try and film it as I'm going along, guys. Right guys, injectors are all fitted in, ID 1050s. Yeah, good fitting, there's nothing loose, good O-rings, they're obviously brand new, so fit nicely with their fuel rail. Yeah, I think that's good on that part. Now I'm currently going to try and change, I've got a Honda Art 4-bar as well, but so I've got 4-bar map sensor there, and that is being a pig to get off. So yeah, I'm gonna have to obviously probably cut that, and then put a new bolt in it once the top's off though. Obviously I reckon that underneath will come loose once obviously I'll take the sensor out, but yeah, a bit of a pig really. Yeah, I'm gonna jump on that now, and then once that's done, then I'm gonna finish off putting copper. Got a whole load of copper washers down there. I'll put a load of copper washers on all the fuel system, get it all buttoned up and sort of position where I'm going to have all the fuel lines. And obviously I'm having a catch tank here. I'm just going to try and get it all bracketed up and everything ready, so I know sort of roughly what room I'm working with. I know there ain't much, but yeah, I'm going to make it as nice and neat and compact as possible, guys. Well guys, we seem to have run into a problem. I put a little slit in the bolt of the map sensor, got a big screwdriver, went to turn it, and this happened. Do not ask me how I've turned that and broke it. I don't even know how I've done that. Too strong for my own good, it looks like. Yeah, basically I turned it and it's just rotten by the looks of it, but I can't believe that's happened. Wow, you couldn't make that up. But it means I'm gonna have to either get a bigger throttle body now or get this one welded. So a bit annoying really, more work, pointless work, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna crack on and carry on doing what I was doing. Alright guys, as you can see, I'm absolutely dripping out here. It's way too hot to be working on cars, but it needs to be done. I feel like absolute death, but I want to get it done. And I've practically got the engine bay done, the engine bay side of things done anyway. So just going to give you a little glimpse on what I'm waiting for currently. I forgot to film the bay when I had it all together, so I'm going to chuck a picture in right now for you. And then basically now I'm waiting on fittings to be delivered. and then I'm going to take the parts to Craig to weld them in quickly for me, because he said he'd do that. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I'm waiting on and explain a bit. Right, so obviously this is the sump. I had a fitting and it's all ready to go in, and turns out I thought it was as well. That's mild steel. My fitting was alley, so we couldn't weld that in. So I'm waiting for a mild steel one to turn up. That's that on that part. This is the boost pipe. Obviously, that's for the pressure sensor, I believe, boost pressure sensor or whatever, or it might be air temperature. I can't remember. But yeah, that goes in there. That boss, that's got to be welded in. That is where I'm going to have the water methanol. I might have it a little bit further up. We'll see once that's in. And then obviously my catch tank. Obviously it's got fittings on either side, but where I had to have the catch tank, they couldn't fit there. So obviously them ones are blanked off already. I've ordered 2 blanking things for them, 2 blanking screws, and then this is going to be taken to Craig as well to be welded. So yeah, I've got to fit into that obviously, so I could get that done really, but I'm just going to take it all at once it all turns up. So that's where I'm at, guys. I'm going to give it a rest today, I think now, as I'm absolutely sweltering. But yeah, the engine bay side of things is done, thank God. Right guys, it's another day. Still waiting for fittings. Was hoping to be here today. I've got one last fitting that I'm waiting for to be delivered, which is the mild steel fitting for the sump. So me being impatient as I am, and as I told you guys, I want this car done, I decided to come out and start doing the bit of the electrical stuff, the gauges and things, because I just couldn't wait for, I was going to wait till the car was all done underneath and on the floor before I started doing anything inside. But I feel like I'm wasting time because I'm not really doing nothing today, so I could have been working on the car really. And obviously it's awkward with the car up in the air because I'm having to lean forward to do the gauges all the time, and yeah, it's just, to be fair, I should have waited, but me being impatient, as I said, I've just cracked on. So I'm just going to show you basically what I'm doing today. So right, I've got the 3 gauges in the holder I'm using. Big nasty hole in the dash. I really don't care because that's going to be sitting over it, you're not going to see it. And also this is my race car, so yeah, so it's that's not a problem with that bit. But there's all the wiring for the plugs, and I've made a direct single harness that I put in a video a while back about it. Yeah, the plug's down there anyway, so yeah, basically that's what I'm going to be doing today. I know there's a cheap boost gauge there, I know, but the boost gauge don't really matter about reading the boost in my opinion, because the tuner does that, and the tuner obviously will know the thing. That's just a rough guide to go by. So if I'm really down on PSI or something, that will exaggerate on there rather than fork out money. But obviously you need your good air fuel ratio and your oil pressure to read your engine, and obviously how the engine's running, that's the most important ones. As I said, I may go AEM boost gauge just to complete the set because I'm a bit OCD and that looks a bit gash. But yeah, anyway, so that's what I'm doing today. I've got all this ripped out, big box of electrics and goodies in here. So yeah, that's the plan today. Once it's running, there's going to be some bigger updates I'm going to tell you guys about, which I'm adamant I'm sticking by and doing. But yeah, I'm not going to go into that now. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with this, guys. So there's still loads of wiring to do, but I've got to get it done, and I'm just going to try and get this all ready just to connect down this side today, and then maybe look at getting this remounted over the other side of the car, as I don't want it there. I'm going to have it, I'm debating on doing a little switch panel along here, and I might have it connected into there some way. So I'm still looking and feeling about myself yet, so I'm not really sure what exactly I'm going to do. So I'm literally just getting a feel for how I want it in the car, and yeah, how I want it to look, and basically that's it. So it's as new to me as it is to you guys. So yeah, I'm going to crack on. Alright guys, what turned into, I weren't even going to work properly on the car today. Every time I come out here, I end up cracking on and just getting involved. So yeah, basically I've got all the gauges wired in. I've now connected them up, and all the lambda sensors to the downpipe as well. I was meant to wrap the downpipe, but I'm going to leave it for the time, because looking at it, it's got a nice bit of clearance, and a lot of the wires around it, I've got a heat tape that's anywhere near it. So, and obviously the main part of the manifold is wrapped. So yeah, I've got all the wiring through, and obviously all plugged in, all pressure sensors plugged in, both lambdas are plugged in, standard factory one and AEM wideband. Obviously here is the boost gauge, which I'll plug in later on once I've got all the lines in. But yeah, I've just jumped in and done it all, basically, got it all wired in. I've got to plug it in this side, but it's all almost back together, you can see. I've got my plug down there, so yeah, basically it looks like spaghetti junction at the moment. That will get tidied up, obviously, guys, you know me. And yeah, basically almost done. And then I've got to finish off a little bit of wiring there, copper washer all of these fittings, and obviously wiring the methanol kit. So yeah, I'm going to look now, I think, to move in the methanol controller to over here. I'm going to, I said, looking to have a switchboard along here, all the switches along here, and the methanol controller within reaching distance. So yeah, that's the aim, I think, guys. And if I change, obviously you guys will know anyway. So it's another day. I was busy yesterday, so I had to pack up early. But yeah, I'm going to carry on with the wiring. Don't know if you can see that white and blue wire there, the thick white with a blue stripe. Yeah, that's ignition. And I've made a couple of tabs here. Basically, yeah, they're going to run to the fuse, and then obviously I'm going to run that one straight into this one straight into the ignition, one side, and then the other side will go obviously to the ignition, and then this side, these two tabs will plug in as well, and one will go to this side, I believe. I'm getting a bit mixed up now, I'm explaining it, but anyway, I know what I'm doing, so I'm going to jump on with it now, and then yeah, I'm going to get it all done. Right guys, it took a lot longer than I thought, simply because I can't bloody move in it. I'm just too big, and my arms are too bloody big, and my hands are too big. Anyway, I've got it done. This is obviously the plug that goes to the gauges up there, and here is the fuse into the ignition. So that'll be powered when it comes on, and obviously here's my earth separated going to just up there, if you can see it. Now, I'm not the best of electrics, but I hope it's right. I'm 99% sure it is, but there's always that possibility that I've had a car crash. My memory's a bit faded, it always forgets things sometimes, so yeah. And obviously I can't turn it on yet because I've got a dead battery. Actually, I might try and do it with a jump pack. Yeah, I might try it in a minute and do with a jump pack. I don't want to turn the engine, crack the engine, because obviously it's got no oil in it at the moment. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, that's the plug. That plugs into the power and the ground, which is obviously fused. And that's the little loom I've got going for all my gauges. So yeah, basically, hopefully it does work. It took, as I said, a lot longer than I thought. So let me get the jump pack and see if it works. Alright guys, so I've had a change of plan halfway through. As I forgot, as I told you, my memory's absolutely shot. I ordered a big piece of stainless, and I've decided to have a switch panel along here for gauges, methanol, fuel pump, and fan override, so that if it gets too hot, then yeah. But so yeah, I've had a change of plan. I took that out down there, and I've wired it straight to the battery now, as you can see. I'm just basically testing it now, just using a jump box to test it. I'll turn that on. Yep, it's all on at the moment. And if I turn this switch, it should work. Let's see. Oh yes, we have some power. Yeah, that'll do. Don't like the blue, but at least it's all wired in and working. So now the time is to tidy up and get all the correct fittings on. So obviously I'm just testing it at the moment, but yeah, get it tidied up and get some more wires run for the switch panel here. I'm just gonna have, I said, them 4 switches on it, and maybe the methanol controller. I'm not sure yet. I might just leave it over there because it's already wired in, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what's best, but I don't really like where it is because it don't look nice. It just looks like it's just been chucked there. So while I was doing the electrics, DHL turned up. I was like, oh, and the postman. So what we got for me here? So this is what I've got. A little box from Tagiwa. And obviously you already see that, that's the metal stainless plate. Wonder what's in here. Just try and have a look. Let's see, let's have a look why. I've got one hand there. Alright, bear with me, I'm gonna just stop filming for a sec. Oh guys, I broke something on the car, if you remember earlier on this video. Ordered this yesterday. Big boy. Nice 70mm throttle body. I've ordered a thermal gasket from them as well, but they haven't delivered that, so it must not be in stock. That might be here soon, hopefully. So yeah, when that turns up, that thermal gasket, I'm gonna get all this fitted. Thanks to Johnny at Tagiwa, getting it sorted out, all the guys down there. Appreciate that. I ordered it yesterday, come today, so look at that service. Appreciate that, guys, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna finish, I'm gonna have a little drink and then get back to it, guys. Alright guys, I think I made a decision. I'm gonna keep the meth controller this side. Excuse me, but I'm gonna chop into this. I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna try and sit that flush in here. Well, as flush as I can, obviously, because I think it'll be better there, because obviously, excuse me, got wind. Craig's wired everything in already, so it's already run, so, and I think it'll be quite cool there. So, and obviously I'll just use that for my switch panel, like I said. So that's the plan. Right, so I was in the middle of doing the EP3 down my road, as you can see, and then my mate turned up in his FN2 that we bought the other day to do a bit of work on it. So yeah, I installed the intake on it for him. Obviously it's for the EP3, but we modified it. That's solid, don't worry, it's not no bod's job yet, but yeah, we got it all in there. Serviced it for him. Start it up. Where are you going? Start it up. Let's hear a rev on it. He's going to start up and hear this induction kit. Not bad for just a K&N intake. But yeah, we've just put new oil in it, new plugs. Yeah, just basically give it a lease of life. There we go. We're gonna be boosting this soon, so that may be on the channel as well. Once he decides on exactly what's happening, but it's such a clean car. Look at it, absolutely clean. But yeah, so I've had a break on the EP3 and been doing this for the time. But yeah, very clean car here. Alright guys, so I've been doing everything all day. I've just not stopped since 10 o'clock this morning. 1 minute, Bubba, I'm just filming, 1 minute. And yeah, as you can hear, I've got my kids. I look after my kids all the time as well during the day. Being a daddy, working on people's cars and your own car, it can be hard work, but yeah, I love it anyway. I'm happy. Life's good at the moment, so yeah. So basically, I'm just going to go through what I've done and just explain. The wiring's not 100% tidy yet, but there's a lot of it, and I'll explain why, and I'll go through it now. Right, there's all the wiring. I haven't got the switches, they've not turned up yet. So obviously I've got to make that switch panel that I told you guys about. And then obviously I'm going to have a range of switches, what I said. But I've run all the wiring I've run separate wires. I know I can run one power to them all. I've run them separately though, so if there's any problem, I don't want everything to go down basically. I want, like, if something goes, I want it individually. So if the fan goes wrong, that individually, that goes wrong individually. I don't want it all to run off one power supply. So yeah, I've run all the wires down. That's just temporary. I've got some, I don't know the name of it. Anyway, it goes around the wiring once it's all done. But yeah, it looks like spaghetti junction. But that's not a problem, I ain't worried about that. But I think that's gonna be me done for today. As I run out of wire, I need to run one more wire from the switch box that's gonna be there down to the power, another power. And then, oh, 1 minute, my kids have fell over, 1 second. Sorry about that, as I was explaining, joys of being a dad. Anyway, yeah, so I've got all my, the wires in for the switch panel there. I've just got to run a wire from here to the radiator fan left to do as an override. Oh, sorry, not an override, I've got a second fan. If it gets hot, I'll just blast that on. And then obviously one more, so it'll be 2 more lines, one to the fan and then one to another main power source. Obviously when it's done, you'll see, you won't even notice. It'll be absolutely clean as anything. Obviously there'll be a lot of fittings onto the battery, but I might, once it's all done at the end, I'm just doing it like this for a time, I may clean it up and just do one terminal to the battery, which is probably the best bet. Yeah, we'll see what happens anyway. I'm gonna get doing it bit by bit. I just want to get it all done. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. The car's sitting like this, and it is getting there. Oh yeah, and also, sorry, I've chopped into there, I soldered that on, but I didn't have, like, I don't know what you meant to use, whether you meant to use heat shrink or whatever, but yeah, I don't know, I'd say it like that. But that's soldered on. That goes to the boost solenoid, the engine bay side, and then this side goes to the ECU, so I can run boost by gear. I can't remember what number, it might be 21 or B21 or some B20 or something like that on the pin out on there. I'll have a look when I get to that. But yeah, that's all run as well. Let me show you. So yeah, obviously this is all temporary for the time, just to get everything in the car. But yeah, that's where I've mounted it for the time. And obviously all the wiring goes through there. It's absolute tight as anything in here, but we're getting there. We are getting there. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to end the video there because there's quite a bit of footage over the space of a couple of days. Yeah, I'm going Craig's tomorrow to get the sump welded and maybe the other bits done as well. So once I've got that done, I can bang the sump back on the car. And then basically get everything on. She should be running by Sunday, I'd say. Let's see if I might be going out the weekend though, so I'm not sure. So we'll have to see. If I don't go out, then it's 100% running by this weekend. But yeah, I told you I wouldn't muck about. The car is ready. I turned the ignition on earlier, I think it's fine. A couple of little bits left to do. I've got to wire in the methanol, the pump and all that, and run the lines for it. It's not a problem. And I've also, what else have I got to do? I've got to just finish off the fueling, all the fuel in there, put the steering wheel on. Yeah, a couple of little bits to do, but honestly it's practically buttoned up, guys. It's practically buttoned up. I'd say another whole day's worth of labour. I said it before, but that was without the electric, so yeah, I reckon another whole day's worth of labour. We're there. The only thing that took longer as well today is my memory and I just get a bit scrambled sometimes due to having that crash. Ever since I've had the crash, my head don't work as quickly as it used to, unfortunately. But I got there in the end. It just took me a bit longer, standing there having to think about wiring, things like basic stuff. And I'm like, oh, but anyway, it's done now. So I'm going to wrap up the video here, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed another episode. Like, subscribe, share. Plenty more stickers in stock. If anyone wants any, just drop me a message. And yeah, let's get this channel popping. Take care, guys.